Hi guys, it's BTP Joe and BTP Liam here, and today we've hopped across the River Thames to New Tavern Fort, where we're going to be taking a special look behind the scenes here.
So it's a fort that we've actually visited twice before, quite a few years ago now, but we've never actually been inside. We've only wandered around the park here, so it's going to be great to get a look at some of the behind the scenes areas that are actually still inside.
New Tavern Fort in Gravesend would originally have supported Tilbury Fort on the opposite side of the Thames. It was remodelled in the 19th century to defend against French ironclad warships alongside Shornmead, Cliff and Coalhouse Fort.
So we're joined today by Jay Curtis, who's going to be showing us some of the interesting places within the fort itself, and he's from Thames Defence Heritage. So could you tell me just a little bit of an overview of the history of the fort?
Well, yes, Liam. Well, the underground passages and things that we're going to have a walk through here, 1872 was remodelled by General Gordon. We'll also have a look up by the top gate. There's a remnant from the earlier fort, which is almost 100 years earlier, rudimentary Caponia. And then this end of the fort here, this was remodelled for the 6-inch guns, so we lost the original emplacements and new magazines were created underneath, which are normally our workshops, but that's not a public area. We're going to have a look in some of the bits and pieces in there as well. Behind us is one surviving emplacement from this end of the fort. We've got a 9-inch RML here, and then the emplacements that we've been further along around here have all been lost because of this end being remodelled. Whereas up the other end of the fort we still have the what we know as A battery, which is the straight battery. That's the emplacements there are all still intact. So it's a mixture of different areas of the fort, but the largest bits that we can look at are 1872, and then obviously there's some World War II usage here on site as well.
Yeah, that's great. I suppose we better take a look.
We began our adventure by taking a look at one of the few remnants of the original 1780 fort. A brick Caponia used as a firing position facing down onto what was once marshland. Currently gated off and used for the storage of a field gun, we were allowed a look inside. Following rising tensions with France in the 19th century, the fort was remodelled under General Charles Gordon and saw the addition of improved rifled muzzle-loading guns. Gordon's house once stood on site, although Second World War bombing destroyed it. We next took a look inside the magazine tunnels, serving the gun positions above.
So you might be wondering why it is exactly that I'm wearing this. No, I haven't just gotten out of bed. Instead, I've actually gotten changed into some of the clothing that the people operating the battery might have changed into underground when entering the magazines. When you went inside, of course, you didn't want to spark any explosives, any gunpowder or anything like that. So you'd have this barrier here, which would have separated the clean area from the dirty area, where people would have had to change out of their uniforms like this into the white clothes, so there's no chance of any grit or dirt coming in that may spark off some of the explosives.
The fort consisted of batteries A, B and F. These letters were chosen so they could be differentiated over loud gunfire. we first took a look inside the cartridge and shell stores of A, still containing their original ammunition lifts. The magazines would have been dimly lit with lanterns behind glass panels connected to a lighting passage kept separate from the explosives areas for safety.
This is real fire damage from the period, so we've left it because this side's non-public.
Yeah.
Same in this one, you see the glass is all melted in there again because you can't actually get to it, so we've just sealed it up and left it, which is all real.
Oh yeah.
Amongst this was a stepped section for changing lamps which illuminated the tunnels via a glass overhead enclosure. This was similar to the one at the abandoned grain fort in our other video.
So again, this is why it's good for you to come now, because of course when the public's here this is all shut up.
Yeah.
So,
Lastly, we looked at the shell stores and ammunition lift rooms for battery B and F. Its gun emplacements were replaced with 6-inch guns in 1906.
Look at that.
These areas have been set up as displays themed around the home front in the Second World War. It is known that the fort was used in World War II for observation and also mysterious activities that related to a pair of radio masts once above ground, of which the concrete bases and underground control room remains. The last place that Jay showed us was a later magazine and filling room for the 6-inch breech loading guns, now used as on-site workshops. So where does New Tavern Fort get its name from? The New Tavern Inn actually stood when the fort was first built nearby in the 18th century. The tavern occupied Milton Chantry, which later became barracks for the fort and then later a gas decontamination block in World War II. It was built in 1322 as a chapel for part of the hospital of St Mary the Virgin for lepers. Believe it or not, it is the oldest building in Gravesend. Thanks to Jay from Thames Defence Heritage for showing us around New Tavern Fort. It's been great to see its fascinating areas, both public and hidden away behind closed doors. If you're interested in more places like this, check out beyondthepoint.co.uk, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course, like this video. See you again on the next adventure.